We'll start with here. Stand by. Hello everyone, Rituro here with another episode of Blue and White, my video review, video diary, let's play of Football Manager 2014, specifically with the Vancouver Whitecaps in Major League Soccer. And yes, we're starting off today with the Canadian Championship. The Voyageurs Cup has been drawn, which again is not technically accurate. It should just be based on positioning in the Supporters' Shield ranking, but whatever. We get Montreal Impact and Toronto gets Edmonton. Well, I'd really like to get Edmonton again, but whatever. So that is what we're looking at for this year's Voyageurs Cup. How is Montreal doing this year? Horribly. Good. So that should not be a problem. That should be just fine and dandy like sour candy for everybody. We've got other groups that have been drawn to look at too if we head over to the, the Gold Cup. Yes, Gold Cup 2015 has been drawn. Canada, Costa Rica, Guatemala, Jamaica are Group C, and you know, Canada might actually have a shot of getting out of that group. They're going to need to put in some big results against both Guatemala and Jamaica. Costa Rica is pretty much a lock, but Canada, Jamaica, that's going to be the one that everyone will have their eyes on in Canada. Group B, Bermuda, Honduras, Mexico, Panama. It'll be probably Mexico atop, and then Honduras and Panama fighting for that second spot. And then USA, Cuba, El Salvador, and Haiti. Probably US, El Salvador would be the 1-2 there. So it should be an interesting Gold Cup in Groups B and C at the very least. Moving on, what else do we got here? Oh yes, in other international news, the Mexican U23 squad is still being built, still being refined, doing a little bit better, I think, with trying to find the best possible available talent. As you can see, I'm getting really decent talent here. That is, again, some of them are being pulled away to U20 duty or main team duty, but I think I've got at least a pretty good looking squad here. For some reason, my entire backline is from Pumas. That was unintentional, but there you go. 2 members from Santos Laguna, who, as you will know, I am currently up 3-0 on aggregate as we head into the Champions League. The featured match today will be against FC Dallas, though we will be looking at the results of the Santos match. I just couldn't wait. I couldn't wait to take on Santos Laguna, so I did it anyway, so you'll see the highlights of that. Other news here. We've got our third goalkeeper has finally been picked up for Vancouver. It is Andrew Dykstra. Picked him up off of the waiver draft. I did have to, or off the waiver draft, I think I just picked him up for free. He did come in with a slight concern that he was unhappy about being fined at his previous club, and then he talked to me and is now pissed off. So, I'm not quite sure why he's mad at me. I didn't fine him. So, anyway. Unfortunate. He's not very happy about it. Hopefully, I can find another option. I mean, he's making dirt cheap money, so thank goodness for that. If I can get another third keeper and get rid of Dykstra, I would be very happy about that. One other big piece of personnel news, though. This is a huge one. If you're a Vancouver fan, Nigel Reo-Coker is being transferred. He is going to Cruz Azul for $1.5 million. That's not a bad sale at all. I did want, somewhere higher in the 2 or 2.5 range, but the offers that I was getting were insultingly below that. And thankfully, Cruz Azul showed up and actually bid at close to Nigel's worth, which is good. That'll free up both an international and a senior roster spot, which is good because we've got Cisneros and Garcia coming in. We need those spots freed up. I do want to give a quick shout out here before I get too much further to Jorge Mendoza, the co-host of From the Backline, the official podcast of SB Nation site 86 Forever. I had been pronouncing a name of one of my newer signings incorrectly. It is not Ivan Estrella, it is Ivan Estrella. Estrella. Thank you, Jorge, for that correction. I do appreciate it. All right, let's get to the important stuff here, everybody. We've gotten through all the background notes. Let's get to the matches that have been happening since the last episode. We are going to be starting in Philadelphia. Over in Philadelphia, we have, and this is, again, the beginning of the season for us, right? Yes, that is our opener of the Major League Soccer season, is a 1-0 win over Philadelphia. I gotta say, quite happy with this. Quite happy indeed with the way this is turning out. Hang on a second. Let's get back to that screen. I don't know quite where I'm going here. There we go. There's the 1-0 win over Philly. Ian Hume with the goal. Thank goodness he's getting off the schneid here. Early, great showing by Borjan too. 7.3. 5 big saves to get the win at the home crowd. In front of the home crowd at the home field. That's what I meant to say. So here's the goal. Aldous with a nice little touch forward to Kofi, to Estrella, to Holt. Takes the shot, and Ian Hume cleans up the rebound. Great to see how many feet were actually touching that ball. Fantastic interplay there, and Hume rewarded for his efforts with that goal. And that's a pretty good start to the season, all things considered. But we then went over to Montreal. And when we were over in Montreal, there were lots of goals. Unfortunately, there was no win. A 3-3 result, a great match away. A nice rockin' and rollin' Canadian tilter. And if that's a preview of the Voyageurs Cup, it's going to be an interesting one this year. Start off with, or we'll just take a look at just the goals here. Starting off with Felipe in the 7th minute. He would have a brace on the day. This was his first. Garcia to Felipe. So Felipe starting this from the midfield. Watch the run Felipe makes here as DeVio chases down this ball, puts it back into the area. Felipe is there to put it home. Great run by Felipe to put that ball in the back of the net. 1-0 impact. Kleber, however, took offense with that, and his free kick sneaks through Gonzalez and in. Bit of a soft one, but it will take it 1-1 in the 18th minute. From the spot, though, DeVio converts the penalty in the 37th minute. It's 2-1 Montreal, and they are loving it at Stade Saputo. Just before the second half here, the throw-in goes to Rituro. Rituro to Rivas. Nelson Rivas has options. Finds a wide-open Garcia with a great ball. Garcia's cross is headed away by Demeritte, and Tybert now goes the other way. Tybert has options. Opts to keep it. Little ball forward for Maddox. Maddox crosses, and Holt gets it over to Rio Coker, and the man who will be heading to Cruz Azul puts the ball in the back of the net. Boy, I think they're loving that at Cruz Azul. And Rio Coker evens it up before halftime in the 82nd minute. Vancouver pressuring. Ball gets headed to Hatrell, who springs the counter, and DeVio, ball forward to Correa. Correa looks forward. Kleber is there, and gets it back to Borjan. Borjan then long balls it right in the other direction, looking for Hume. Can't find him, but Franco Lewis is there to clean it up. Hume looks forward for Mane, can't get him. Kofi and Rio Coker recover in midfield. Kofi now to Hume. Hume crosses for Kyle Porter, to Holt, to Mane, and Mane with a nice little finish there. It's 3-2 Vancouver. Montreal appealed for the offside, but I had a look. It was, in fact, onside by the slimmest of margins. Unfortunately, it was not to be the winner. Borjan's goal kick is picked up by Rivas. Carroll to Drew Moore. Moore from the back. Keeps his head up, goes over to Carroll. Carroll back to Gonzalez, his keeper. Walks out to the edge of his box. No pressure from any Vancouver player. And that ball finds Correa. Correa's shot deflects to an injured Felipe, who puts home the equalizer. Claims for offside fell on deaf ears. 19-13 were the shots. A humdinger of a match at Stade Saputo. 3-3 it ends. So on the back of that incredible performance, we head over to Champions League. And my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, we made that 3-0 lead stand up. A 3-1 win for Santos means a 4-3 win on aggregate. Kleber with the magical away goal to win it in the 76th minute. Oh, let's take a look at the highlights here. Outshot 13-6. Even possession, which means we gave Santos a fight, which is very, very promising. Average rating favors Santos heavily, but that's kind of to be expected in their home stadium. Ramirez to Coronado. Coronado to Torres. Torres to Calderon, and Calderon gets it past. Is that Gantar? No, that's Borjan. Past Borjan. But to say, I'm pretty sure that was Borjan. 1-0 Santos. On the restart after the offside, Coronado. Side finds Torres again to Rivas. Rivas out wide to Mares. Mares to Ramirez. Ramirez steps inside the area, can't get past his man, puts a great ball in for Mares, and Stracqualursi with the 2-0 goal, and Santos are looking very comfortable. But there on the edge of the penalty area is Kleber's fantastic free kick The crucial away goal in the 75th minute made it 4-2 on aggregate, which means Santos' task even harder. A nice header near post by Coronado. His first ever goal for Santos to give them hope, but it would not be enough. That's how it ended. 3-1 is the game, 4-3 on aggregate. Vancouver advanced to the semi-finals of Champions League to face none other than the mighty Monterrey. Oh dear, you thought Santos was going to be tough. This is going to be nothing. That was nothing compared to Monterrey. Monterrey is a massive club, and I'm not looking forward to this match. So after that 3-1 loss against Santos, we went back to MLS against FC Dallas, what was going to be the featured match. Unfortunately, due to technical issues, we had to go and just play the match out, and we lost 2-0 away. Not the best match here. I'll show you the key highlights here, since this was going to be the featured match. We'll at least show a little bit more than just the goals. Dressed Gantar to give Borjan a bit of a break. Can't really pin the loss on Gantar, though. It was just not a good effort, I think, all around. Only a 6.63 average for the team, in Dallas, 7.17. In the 5th minute here, early chance Jacobson up for Mansali. Abdullah Mansali. Back to Bobby Warshaw. Andrew Jacobson now within midfield. Jacobson crossed forward to Watson. Watson with a cross back into the middle, flicked back by Treyes. Or Treyes, perhaps? Or you'll have to let me know on that one. Miller. The cross again, and Treyes will go with, until I hear otherwise, with his header in the 5th minute. Already 1-0 Dallas. That's not a good thing. In the 22nd minute, Mosquita's free kick floats over and off the bar is Schuler, but the flag goes up for offside. Wouldn't have counted anyway. Second half now, 61st minute. Nice little flick on there, but Gantar is up to catch it off the free kick. Gantar sends a long ball forward, but Zach Lloyd is there to cut that out. Andrew Moffat now. Moffat, long balls up for Treyes again, but his shot is blocked and easily held by Gantar, but Treyes knocked on the play. And Sally now with the corner. And a fine strike there by Moffat. A powering, thundering shot even to make it 2-0 in the 72nd minute. That's all the scoring that would be done, but there would still be chances. Nope, there wouldn't be. My apologies. Adekugbe throws it in for the final whistle. 2-0 in for Dallas, which means we now go into the next episode on a little bit of a down. I mean, technically we lost to Santos. We've just lost to Dallas. That's not good when you have a whole bunch of fixtures coming up. Such as next episode, we'll be going to a live match against Chivas, as well as some other follies that have befallen us. Little spoiler, things aren't looking good for Vancouver, but we'll get to that next time on Blue and White. My name is Rituro. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time.